Hey there, Wax Packers! Adam coming at you again with another edition of Wax Pack Flashback. So, this is our second in the DC Cosmic Cards series, because DC was definitely trying to make their mark in the trading card game, compete with Marvel. Now, last time around, we were talking about these DC Cosmic Cards, and they had a pretty great packaging on the outside. The cards themselves were a little basic, just kind of gray borders and some, I don't even know, beige file folder colors on the back. So I'm curious to see if today's set is more interesting design-wise, because we are talking about the DC Cosmic Teams cards. So this was Series 2, if you will, of the DC Cosmic card set by Skybox from 1993. Now, Cosmic Teams are a set that I didn't even know existed until several years back. Like in the 90s, they definitely passed me by, even though I bought a ton of that first series. Also, they were barely mentioned in Wizard Magazine. They actually made a promise. They're like, oh yeah, we'll tell you all about them next issue. And they never did. I think it was just one of those maybe poorly promoted by Skybox. They had other series on their plate and weren't putting as much attention as they should have. So let's get into this pack of cards and let's see if they're an improvement over the original series. Alright, well here we are with our pack of DC Cosmic Teams trading cards. This is kind of an interesting packaging when you look at it here compared to the original, where we actually got, you know, Superman or Green Lantern or Wonder Woman or Deathstroke the Terminator of all characters. And you see here it's just like a foil purple kind of shimmery package, right? There's not much going on there. It's hard to know that there would be superhero cards in here unless you're a diehard and you recognize the DC, bullet logo there. On the back, all it's telling you is that you can subscribe to DC Comics and save money, so you get $2.50 off your 12-issue subscription for the year. But again, this is doing nothing to get people's attention. It's kind of no wonder most people don't know about this series or didn't bother to collect it, even though Skybox is doing their best. So let's take a look here and see what 8 cards we get, because it's definitely something where I would say there's got to be more excitement in this design than what they were doing with the gray borders and pretty basic look of the first series. Okay, so here we go with our first card. Here is Booster Gold. Now, he is a favorite character of many diehard DC fans. He's this guy from the future who's kind of a huckster. He uses his future technology to pretend to be a hero in a lot of ways. So this is interesting. We're already not dealing with just teams. But this is interesting because his real name is Michael John Carter. His first appearance was Booster Gold #1, February 1986. And if I remember correct, Dan Jurgens actually designed and created Booster Gold. So that's pretty interesting there that he is our first card out of the set. Now check this one out here. This looks like it is part of a 2-card set. We have Worlds of Magic. This kid, I believe, is from a book called Books of Magic. This is the Phantom Stranger, I think. We got a little bit of Dr. Fate. I don't recognize everybody here. Oh, wow. So look, right there, they actually break it down for you. So when you put both cards together, you have some idea who is who. So Tim Hunter from the Books of Magic right there. Huh. Very interesting. All these supernatural characters in the world of DC Comics, which I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to. A lot of the supernatural ones were in the Vertigo line, which is more adult. Okay, so here we have Power Girl. Now, Power Girl has a very distinct classic costume, and this is obviously a 90s redesign, which I think best forgotten here, because I don't know what is going on. She's got a little bit of a kind of a Captain Marvel Shazam cape. She's got the, pirate boots there, but you got her shorter haircut. Yeah, this is just, I would not recognize Power Girl in a lineup if this was her outfit. So this is kind of interesting, but let's see what it says here. Born and nurtured of the magic of ancient Atlantis, augmented through bioengineering, the invulnerable Power Girl was flung 50,000 years through time into the 20th century to begin her modern-day crime-fighting career. A strident feminist, Power Girl is ever quick to strike an argument with her male Justice League teammates, though they know she'll always take their side in a battle by wielding her great strength. Now, if you look here, her first appearance was All-Star Comics number 58 in 1976. The truth is that was like a reboot, a retcon of her origin, I have to believe, because originally she's basically Supergirl from an alternate Earth, Earth 2, and she's Superman's cousin. So it sounds like they wanted to kind of set her apart from that for a while. Speaking of Superman, the Silver Banshee, this is a character that I have seen in some Superman comics, and it's a pretty cool design. She actually, for some reason, reminds me a little bit of, what's her name? Is it, no, Sindel from Mortal Kombat, that whole universe. But yeah, the Silver Banshee, she's always fighting Superman. I don't know if it's because she has, like, magic powers, so Superman cannot fight against magic, so that must be something to do with it here. Oh, now here's another winner, Metamorpho. Not very many people know about Metamorpho. Let's read about him here. He's kind of interesting. Soldier of fortune, Rex Mason probed the secrets of an Egyptian pyramid and uncovered a weird meteor which scrambled his genetic code. Though his body remained composed of familiar elements and compounds, they became radically recombined, transforming Mason into Metamorpho, a freakish element man who could become anything from choking gas to solid steel. So it's kind of an interesting power set, but I've always thought his costume was just so bizarre. It was very, like, late 50s. They did a lot of these, like, combined, like, multi-element costumes. All right, Bloodwind here is a character who is like a man of mystery during the death of Superman. Who is the mysterious Bloodwind? Only he knows for sure, and he's not telling. So I believe, if I remember correctly, he ended up being the Martian Manhunter. I think he had just shapeshifted. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but yeah, Bloodwind was one of those, like, who is he for real? Now here's somebody I know nothing about, Strata from the Legion comics. What are they going to tell us about Strata here? Among her Legion teammates, Strata stands rock steady, a cool, collected servant of justice who is slow to anger, save when her friends are endangered. Her dense and blocky form, the result of natural evolution on her home planet of Dryad, gives her superhuman strength and makes her nearly invulnerable. Yeah, so debuted in 1989, but that is not a character I've ever seen before. So look, I'm learning about DC history already. Oh, but finally, here is a great one to end on. Man, from the New Titans, from the Teen Titans, yes, he was all grown up at this point, but there you have Nightwing, the grown-up Robin, Dick Grayson. So it's kind of a cool costume that was a transitional costume here. Now here it says here, once part of a legendary crime-busting team, Dick Grayson was forever eclipsed by his older mentor until he became a solo agent, vaulting from the shadows into the spotlight as Nightwing. Yeah, so that was a big deal when Dick Grayson grew up, and that character continues to be a favorite, especially among cosplayers, I feel like. But yeah, there we go. DC Cosmic Teams cards, there were our 8. Which one was great? Let's find out as we close this out. All right, well, there you have it. We had our DC Cosmic Teams card pack that we opened there. And did it live up to what I was hoping it would be? Was it better designed than the first series? Yes. I thought the art was better. I thought, yeah, just the general look of the cards, the color scheme, everything was much more exciting. It just popped more. And so I think that Skybox had a winner on their hands if only they had promoted it more. Like I said, I didn't know anything about these cards, and now here they are all these years later, and they look like they're actually pretty cool. As far as what was the best card in the set, my favorite, I mean, can't beat Nightwing in terms of the character, and that was a pretty dynamic action shot that they had going there. But I have to say, my favorite card was definitely this Power Girl card. Because to me, like, Power Girl is so very different than what is being presented here, and I don't recall this version of the character from the 90s with that retconned history. So the fact that I was able to say, hey, that's some pretty cool art, and I learned something after I opened this pack, I know more than I did before I checked them out, that's pretty awesome. So I gotta go with Power Girl on that one, but you know what? We have a very special pack of cards coming up next time around, so you want to make sure you're subscribed here on TRN TV, and you want to get connected with the Retro Network on social media, at TRN Social on Twitter and Instagram. But this next pack of cards we're going to open up, recently we opened up some cards. We were talking about the 30th anniversary of Image Comics. Well, that is continuing the celebration because this month marks the 30th anniversary of Spawn. Yes, so next time around, we're going to open up this pack of vintage Spawn trading cards and see what awesome art was inside. So, until next time, we'll check you later.